good afternoon everybody. Welcome back to the Life's Good. What a fabulous Easter weekend we have had. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous. People have been exclaiming summer in spring, all manner of other phrases. It's just been superior weather for the time of year. I've been busy trying to sort those sheds out. I did mention to you about the putting the tool and potting shed contents in the other larger shed and making it one combined shed. So that project has been ongoing, and I've taken the camera with me. I've made a few clips for you to see the progress in there. So have a look at these and let me know what you think. Well, here I am guys, made a start on the workshop tool shed combination project. I've started to take a few things out of this larger shed. I'm having a sort out. I've got a pile of stuff to go through here. A lot of it is just bric-a-brac. I can get rid of most of it. Other things need to be located properly. And I've got a few things thrown out on the floor. And odds and ends kicking around. But the next job is to start putting my tools on this back wall. My garden tools, that is. So I'm going to put the existing rack from the tool shed in this shed and start hanging my garden tools in here, and then see how we progress from there. It's Easter Monday morning guys, and it's another gorgeous day here in the northeast of England, and I'm cracking on with the shed project. So I've already shown you that I'd made a start, and I've managed to get the gardening tools in here, as you can see at that end, which is where I intended to put them. Still a little bit of tweaking to do, but yeah, it's organised. I can access them very easily. I've even been able to put the lawnmower and the strimmer in here. I've created a little shelf on the left and an extension to that shelf across there. I've still got a lot of bits and bobs and stuff lying all over here which I have to work through, tidy up and relocate. Some things can be thrown away, I'm sure, but I'm getting there. Now if you look back outside, look through the doorway, I've got this cabinet which used to be on the wall at the rear of this shed. I'm now considering putting that over these two, or in front of these first two window panes. It'll give me a lot more shelving for all sorts of little bits and pieces. All manner of stuff can go in there. But I don't really need the window. It's nice to have an aspect out onto the garden. But I'd still have the one on the left. So I'm going to carry on with that and see how that works out. Well guys, just to finish off today's video, I just wanted to show you the progress within the shed. So if we just step forward now, I'll open this up and let you have a quick peek. Now it's Tuesday afternoon, the 23rd of April, so I've been sorting this since sort of Friday morning, Saturday morning-ish, and as and when at the weekend I've been out here trying to have a good sort out. Now this, as I said, is a state of play at the moment. Now you can see at the far end I've got all my gardening tools, and on the left a few DIY tools. I can accommodate my wife's bicycle quite easily, and the garden furniture is located behind that. My barbecue is just inside the door where I can access it easily, and I've got that cabinet on the wall here. It is in front of the two window panes that I said I was going to cover, and it does protrude a little bit past on this end, but I've got some natural light coming in here, which is adequate for accessing everything within the shed, although I do have the strip light on the roof as well, which is very, very handy. That cabinet is fully laden with a lot of bits and pieces. Now it's predominantly sort of gardening and chicken items in here, apart from a few bits, and I had a sort of a wooden box which was just sitting around in here, and I've turned that into a cupboard, adding a shelf, and I've got a few bits on there nicely stored, and I've got my brooms and other things tucked away behind there. On the other side, I'll just come in and turn you around. I've got various cans and bottles on a shelf here and my 2 cordless drills, and below that I've actually placed my sort of potting tray, as I call it, my seed sowing tray. That's here for now, but I think if I do go ahead and get that second greenhouse, then I may have sufficient space between the two to locate this in one of the greenhouses and have all my trays and flower pots and sort of modular cells and things nearby, so that I can do all this sort of potting and sowing and so on in or amongst the greenhouses, rather than back here, which is away from access to my trays and so on. So we'll see how it evolves and see where, but in the meantime that's quite easily accessed in here, and it's not taking up too much room, and I still have plenty of worktop area free to use. My vise is located here, a few bits in the corner I need to sort, and I've been able to put up my cordless drill chargers and my battery charger. I've even got the facility for playing music while I'm here, the radio and an iPod player. So it's all quite comfortable and all quite amenable, and I'm very, very pleased with the outcome. I think the fact that I can do everything from the one shed is an absolute bonus. Now that's going to give me so much more room behind and in front of the other greenhouse to actually locate a second greenhouse of similar size. I think I'll be going for the 6 foot by 4 foot and place it opposite the other one, and that will give me so much more scope for growing the likes of tomatoes, chilies, cucumbers and plants of that nature. Right guys, well, fabulous weekend. It's back to normal routine now, and hopefully this will help me progress further with the introduction of a second greenhouse at some point. I will keep you updated. I'll show you what I'm up to, but I'm desperate now to get back out on the ground. I've got plants to go out in the ground. I've got a few things in the greenhouse that need to come out, and all the usual gardening routines that I've neglected whilst I've been doing this. So I'm glad you're back. It's nice to see you again. I do hope you've had a really good Easter, and come back and visit soon. Don't forget, please, to subscribe and ring the bell for further updates, and it'll be an absolute pleasure to see you back in the Life's Good in the garden. Bye bye for now. Every time I sit down, there's a bloody ambulance or an airplane or something. And another plane. For goodness sakes.